The real nitty-gritty. Boots on the ground. It's the real nitty-gritty. Boots on the ground. It's the real nitty-gritty. Boots on the ground. It's the real nitty-gritty. Boots on the ground.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and thank y'all for joining me again on the live stream. Was the Philippines oversold as a retirement tourist destination during COVID? Let's discuss that today. Of course, whatever you want to talk about, put it over here, and if I can get to it, I will. Shout out to Jacob Tanjay and the Michael Beecher Life, the NTZ crew. I know Michael Beecher Life, he's not on here yet. He will be. My old heads, Jeffrey Tatter, there's Jungle Man, Space Cowboy. Yeah, I actually do have a Facebook Messenger. Sunshine Shoulders Facebook page. And my email, here it is. I'm going to put it on here real quick. Any new viewers and subscribers that are joining us for the first time, welcome. And anybody that, is going to be catching this on replay, thank y'all so much for stopping by again. The peso is 56.17. It's a great rate. King B Stacker, are you still over here, brother? I know you enjoying that rate. He said, why is YouTube putting COVID warnings on your page? I don't know. Are they? I don't know what that means. I haven't seen that. Hey, what's up, W Secrets to Success? You know, one of my subscribers, he goes by the name Dia Moore. He sent me a song he wrote about his Filipino girlfriend. I'm going to play it for y'all at the end of my live stream. It's a great song, man. He said I could use it. I'm going to use it in a video. It's really, really a nice song, man. These guys are talented that come on here. I've got another guy, Xavier Allen. What's up, Vince J? And everybody saw that Montgomery Dock brawl, right? This is in response to people who want to put down the Philippines. Remember, there is no utopia. Even in America, I think that video is going to have enough memes in it to last a lifetime. But the whole world watched that, and you can get out of it whatever you want to get out of it, but that's America right there. That's the reason why a lot of people are trying to get out of there. We're still having racial fights over there, man. And I can only see it getting worse. Some people are fed up over there. And I just don't see any end to it. But that's just a pushback against guys. Because, when I did my other video about why people are leaving, it wasn't a video putting down the Philippines. I gave you the three main reasons as I see it. Because remember, these videos are simply my perspective. I'm gonna give you a perfect example. Because I'm gonna tell you, some people they're gonna find a reason to complain. Some of y'all won't be happy anywhere. All right, but I argue with anybody. If you got a good relationships, doesn't have to mean a woman, but in our case over here, the Philippines, most of us eventually get involved with a woman. Good relationship, good friends, and a good social life. Man, you can live anywhere if you got those three. But they listed, here's this guy, D.E. Raptor. And he sounds like a guy that's never been here. Okay? And he sounds like that he is going to find a reason to complain. He won't be happy anywhere. He says, I didn't talk about, he says, me. He said, you didn't talk about safety, being burglarized by neighbors, folks calling the police to shake you down, brownouts that can last for days, he said. See, this guy is out of touch with reality. This isn't reality over here. And he just kept going on. Foreigners being murdered by jealous locals. Foreigners locked up for years on trumped up charges by wives, girlfriends, etc. He says, I need to tell y'all about laws that can get foreigners jailed without charges being brought against them. There's a guy that's been watching too many of the wrong channels. First of all, it's not my experience, so I can't talk about it. Second of all, a lot of stuff you're talking about is just straight out bullshit. It's not true. Okay. And then another guy, Steve, and then I just want to give you an example of why I made this video. He says, after being here 2 times, he says, it's not that great. He said, vloggers say it is because it's good for their channel. So I'm going to put him in his place real quick with some actual numbers. Then when you get there, it's a big letdown. It's not that cheap. Nothing works very well, including the internet, electric, water, etc. People aren't that nice. It's extremely dirty and trashy, and locals try to cheat you every chance they get. You have no idea how bad it can be. Okay, my first question to you is, why did you come back then if it's so bad? There was something about the Philippines that you liked, Steve, that made you come back 2 times. Okay, I mean, that made you come back again. Okay, that's what I want to know. But let me let y'all know something about why he's wrong about the vloggers. Okay, the numbers were growing exponentially before COVID. I mean, people visiting the Philippines. It was something like 12% year over year from 2009 to 2019. Just Americans, it went from 240,000 to over 1 million in 2019. Long before COVID, long before any vlogger that he's watching even had a channel on YouTube. The Philippines is a popular retirement tourist destination. Now remember, I tell you all the time, okay, you either love it or you hate it. There's no lukewarm people coming over here to the Philippines. You either love it or hate it. It just depends on who you talk to. Okay, let me give you a question I'll put down here. Who do you think had a better time in Vegas? The winners or the losers? Okay, it's the same thing over here. You know, hey, King Arthur, thanks for that super chase. And Calvin, that guy must have got the Philippines mixed up with Mexico. He's probably one of those guys, he's never been over here. He's watching videos. People are telling him this stuff because it's certainly not happening in San Carlos City. Does it happen? I'm pretty sure it does, but not on the level that he's trying to make it seem like, that I left it out, like I'm hiding something. No, D.E., whatever his name is, D.E. Raptor, you got to take that somewhere else. You can't bring, I'm a seasoned veteran over here. You can't bring that stuff to me, man. Yeah, exactly. He's welcome to stay in Simp Land. Both of them. But this guy, Steve, he claims it's so bad, but he came back. And that's what's so crazy about it, man. I tell him to man up, Steve. You know, it takes time, man. You can't just come over here and be on cloud 9. You know, remember I said, try 3 places before you give up. But there's a reason people come over here. But let's answer the question. Was the Philippines oversold? King B. Stacker said, these people are out of touch with reality, talking smack about the Philippines like that. Wow, yeah. and they don't live here, or they haven't been over here for a considerable period of time. Even if they did, okay, let's give them the benefit of the doubt. Okay, but then don't come back if you think it's that bad. Okay, but misery loves company. I say come over here. They certainly haven't found their sweet spot. Okay, they certainly don't have those three things going for them that I was saying that you need in a place like the Philippines, or really anywhere. Payday One says they get their heart broken and get upset and leave. That's one of the reasons they leave. Another one is they don't have any friends, man. They were lonely over there, then they come over here and be lonely. Jack, welcome back to the Philippines, brother. Happy belated birthday. He says, good morning, my friend. Wife's family from Lapu-Lapu just spent a few days with us in Duma. They loved it here. The boulevard, peaceful, relaxing. See, if you talk to Jack and people like me, Jack doesn't have a channel. And he's going to hype the Philippines up because he's a grunt. He's like me. We traveled around, we live simple lives, man. He enjoys his life over here because he's got those three things. He certainly got those three things. But these guys, it's almost like the GOAT argument it's so tired and so played out over in America about who's the GOAT, LeBron or Jordan, right? Not realizing that both sides are right. If you say LeBron is the GOAT, then who am I to say he's not? But I'm not going to sit there and argue with you all day about it. I've got better things to do. If I think Jordan's better, then he's better. Nothing you can say that's going to make me change my mind. It's the same thing about the Philippines. I love it here. Paradise is in the eyes of the beholder. I found my sweet spot over here, and I'm not going anywhere anytime soon. So you can talk to you blue in the face about how he says, oh, it's dirty, it's trashy. Yeah, well, I can take you some places everywhere I've been. I've been around the world several times and show you the dirt and trash. You got to have an open mind. You're not in America. And since you think America's so great, look at that Montgomery Dock brawl. It's comedy, man. Smiley, what's up? Thanks for that super chat. He said, this guy's full of, you know what? I felt more safe in the Philippines than here in New York City. Man, these guys, Franz, they don't know what they're talking about. If I say the sky is blue, they're going to say it's not. Anything I say, they're going to push back against. Okay? Wherever you go, there you are. But he's exactly right. He's another guy you can talk to, and you're going to say, man, I like it over here. Because that's been his experience. William Davis says, I love the audiobooks, Cal. What are some of your favorite books, audiobooks? Well, I read biographies, autobiographies, and self-help genre. I've got to read real stuff. The only time I suspend my intelligence is for movies. But when it comes to books, the only time I was able to do that was Private Dancer. But that's an exceptional book. And I mean, it's one of the best books I've read, fiction. I mean, you can't put that thing down. I mean, if you've never read that book, Private Dancer, about the bar girl in Thailand and the foreigner from England, you need to pick that up if you like to read. It's a great, great book. But yeah, one of the very first books that I read, that I listened to since I used to have Audible, was The Long Walk to Freedom. It was the story of Nelson Mandela. It was great. It was great. I mean, you're talking about a man. See, these are the type of people that I like to read about and watch documentaries about. Phenomenal people. And, what their lives was like before they were famous and what made them famous. This guy was so focused. Okay, he wore the same suit every single day for 5 years to buy his family their first home. Now think about that, guys. We don't want to wear the same suit of clothes 2 days in a row. He didn't care what people were saying about him. He wore the same. See, that type of focus, that type of commitment, you can't be defeated with that. I'm watching, if anybody has Netflix, um, a great documentary's on right now about Arnold Schwarzenegger, man. You won't stop watching this. See, I like watching people like that. And he's the type of guy, he's like me over here in the Philippines. Remember all this bad stuff Steve and D.E. Raptor talking about? Guess what Arnold Schwarzenegger said last night? He said, I came over here and I had an inkling of all the problems America had. He said, but I never focused on it because I was in America, a place I always wanted to be. And I thrived. He didn't let all that racism he was talking about, politics, and all the stuff that's going on over there. He said, I never let that bother me. It's the same way with me over here. I know the Philippines has its problems, man. Well, you think I'm going to sit there and waste my time worrying about them problems and trying to fix them? King Arthur, thanks for that super chat. He said, apparently, this guy hasn't been to Detroit. Some parts of that city looks like a war zone. Thank you. But we're going to find whatever we're looking for. These guys aren't going to be happy in paradise. Okay, they didn't make the connection. I can almost tell you that this D.E. Raptor, just what he's saying, it's so stereotypical about the Philippines that I'm sure he hasn't been here before. Okay, he's going by what he heard. Because I'm saying to myself, dude, if all this stuff is happening to you, I don't blame you. Okay, I don't blame you for not liking the Philippines, but it didn't happen to you. You're going by stuff you're hearing. Come on over here, we'll see. Billy 2020 said, what's the cheapest airline to the Philippines and the best place to stay for a first timer? Well, that price, I wouldn't know what the cheapest airline is, or even if there's any such thing. You got to work with the dates, work with the airlines. I would go right on the airline's website. Now, I know you can get a better price there. Now, the best place to stay for first time, but just my humble opinion, is Cebu. Harold Till said they wouldn't be happy in heaven. I don't think so. But this guy, Steve, he came back. He came back for some more of that misery. So something ain't right with him. He talks all that stuff about the Philippines. I'll be damned if he don't buy one of them expensive-ass tickets, round-trip tickets, and brings his ass back for some more of that beatdown that he's talking about. Oh, it's so bad. Oh, really? But he came back. It's so bad that he came back. I got news for you, Steve. He said, yeah, the vloggers say it is to help their channel. Man, the numbers were skyrocketing over here for the Philippines long before any vlogger you're listening to even existed on YouTube. Hey, Jabras, he said, hey, Cal from Palawan. I landed in Manila, then hit Cebu and General Santos. I felt safe everywhere. Security is everywhere, and the people are super friendly. Yeah. It's like Roger T says, if you focus on the problems, that's all you'll see. Focus on the positive. They just want to come on here and argue with me. They don't have nothing better to do. It's like, who's the greatest, Jordan or LeBron? Who gives a damn, really, at the end of the day? Okay, I'm going to say Jordan, and then I'm going on about my business. I'm not going to sit there and argue with you till my head hurts and my blood pressure's high and, I have a damn heart attack. Mark Focus said, nothing will run Cal out of the Philippines, not even geckos. Well, I found my sweet spot, man. I like to go other and visit other places. But the question was because if you go over there to that video, you're going to see where a guy says the Philippines was oversold during COVID. I think every destination was oversold when you can't leave your damn front porch. You can't leave your front porch. David Starr says, hey, Cal, what time is the meet and greet in Cagayan de Oro on the 24th? It's 3 p.m. Looks like a nice place, too. I'm leaving Cebu on the 21st. Well, no, I'm living here. I'm going to tell you both sides. And then that's your opinion, Lucy Delta Red. But I'm telling you what the numbers said. If you got sense enough to read, long before Sunshine Shoulders ever was on the scene, I was over here living my best life, dude. I'm not going to argue with you either. Which one are you like, Jordan or LeBron? I love LeChon said, yeah, really, Cal. What's the point in arguing? There's no prize given for winning. Yeah, these guys like that. Now, watch this guy here because, you know, I watch guys like that. Even if that's your opinion, okay. Because, like I said, it depends on who you talk to. Who do you think you're going to get a better review of Vegas from, Lucy Delta Red? The people who won or the people who lost? And whose chin is dragging the damn ground when they get on the tour bus to go back to the hotel or the airport. Okay. Hey, W says hi from Queens, New York. Will you eventually interview famous vloggers or be a guest on the vlog? That seems to be a trend now. Well, see, you're just talking about those two because they interviewed regular guys. Those guys don't want to interview me because I'm not going to go on the script, W. I'm going to talk about the real life stuff. I'm going to ask them stuff and put them on the hot seat. They don't want nothing to do with me, man. You know, famous vloggers. Yeah, they think they're famous. Y'all think they're famous. They're not famous. I met all of them but Tim K. He is going to be no different than anybody else. These are regular guys. This is the bubble that I'm bursting on YouTube. I'm just a regular guy. There's nothing celebrity. When you come over here and see the Filipino P and all that, all you're going to see is just a regular Filipino, okay? We're putting them up there. Guys aren't famous. Wow. Interview famous vloggers. They're not interested to me. If I'm going to, and I'm going to move on because the YouTube community, as far as I'm concerned, we're a community. I support all those guys. But why would I interview them when they've already interviewed each other? What more can I ask them that hasn't already been asked? And one thing I found out about I've been digging in this algorithm. YouTube's algorithm has changed from 2005. This isn't the same YouTube, this organic place that everybody fell in love with in 2005. Fast forward to 2023. They're not even looking at the content anymore. They're looking at you, the viewers. That's why it's important that you click like if you like somebody's video, or if you want to comment and engage in the video, or watch it. If you watch a video for 5 to 10 minutes, damn it, you need to like it. That's what they're looking at. That's what moves channels up. It's just a popularity contest really over here. Because I know I can go toe to toe with any of these bloggers, but people won't like my videos. They'll sit there and watch it for 8 minutes. It has nothing to do with the things I'm saying. Yeah, YouTube has a community. They have community guidelines, but the algorithm's not worried about my content. They're worried about my viewers. Did they like it? How long did they watch it? Are you engaging in it? What about the after video surveys and stuff? That's what determines who's going to watch your video. That's the reason why I've gotten back to normal on this last video. People are watching it for 8 minutes. The algorithm recognizes that and says, okay, let me put him back out there again. See, I'm not going to quit. I'm going to keep going. But they aren't. The algorithm, YouTube is messing around with my channel. But anyway, like the videos, guys. It's very important. Okay? That's the only reason why these guys are blowing up like that. But they're not celebrities. I've met them all. But Tim K, regular guy stayed in my guest house. He had a chance to interview me. I let me interview him. He didn't say 2 words to me. Hey, the poor man's passport guy said, hey, the Philippines was way under hype for me. Yeah. 3 friends who married Filipinos took them back to the USA. They never mentioned to tell me of the opportunities here. I tell everyone to check it out. Yeah, check it out for yourself. But you either love it or you don't. There's no in between. There's nobody's ever came here and said, oh, it's okay. You know, you either love this place or you hate it. There's no in between, guys. Okay? Secret War says, what's love got to do with it? Thanks for another one, big bro. You're welcome. But no, these guys aren't famous. You would think they are. They're popular. These are popularity contests. When you go to the meet and greet, you'll see guys will be lined up to meet Paul. Yeah, old dog new trick. Like he's a celebrity. Guy's not a celebrity, just a regular guy. I'm still right next to him. I'm taller than him. I mean, he's just a regular guy to me. Even real celebrities don't impress me. Red Jam Rock says, I'm already sold on enjoying the natural beauty of all those islands that anything else would be a bonus. Yeah, and they've seen such a small percentage of the Philippines. And how can you even say whether you like it or not? Bumps and bruises. And he's a good guy. He lives in Thailand, but he came to the Philippines to do a motorcycle tour of the Philippines. He came through here and stayed in my guest house. When I interviewed him, he said something real profound. I was asking him about the Thailand and Philippines. Why do people compare them? He said, Calvin, there's 9 places that foreigners go to, tourists go to in Thailand. He said, it's not enough to give a picture of what Thailand is all about. And I would say it's the same thing about Philippines. You don't see enough of these places, you know. But if you find your sweet spot, you're going to say, oh, man, I really love it over here. But if you don't, you're going to say, oh, I really hate it. You know, I was talking to a guy today about this. Let me show y'all something. I consider him a friend now. His name is Andrew. He may be watching here. He said the same thing. He says, I don't always agree with your analysis, but I do respect your vigorous arguments. Okay, listen, guys. You can't argue with somebody's perspective. When I do a video, I'm telling you what I'm seeing through my eyes. Bernard, I don't think you agree. You don't always agree with anybody, do you? You're not a yes man. So why would I expect you to agree with everything I say? I don't expect you to do that. I mean, it's just like, you'd be a yes man if you did. So why should I think I'm any different? I'm just giving you my perspective. Roger C said YouTube messes with everyone's channel. Well, they're selling views and they're selling exposure now, guys. YouTube never did that before. There's a channel called Philippines in Full Effect. About a month ago, we were just chatting back and forth. He said, yeah, Cal, YouTube sent me promotion where I can buy views. He said, what do you think about it? And I was like, oh, man, don't do that. You know, because they discourage you from doing that, these little outside vendors who will, you can buy subscribers, views, and all that, right? Because it's going to backfire on you. Because remember, they got watch time is very important. It's not so much that they like it or click on it. It's if they watch it. If they just click on it and then click off of it, that's bad news for you in the algorithm. So if you buy these views and YouTube puts you in front of more people, what if they don't respond? It's gonna work opposite for you. If you got less views, you're gonna get even less. William Davis says an expat scammer in Dumagetti was running an online gambling syndicate. Yesterday, the Paul citizens arrested him and had him in a holding cell in an expat's house. He broke out a window. Come on, guys. And boarded a boat to China. Okay. Robert Price says, I land in Manila at 8:05 p.m. tonight. I'll let you know if it's overhyped real soon. Well, you can't have you can't just go to Manila and say that if the Philippines is overhyped. I've got a video I'm making, guys. It's going to take me a little while to make it. It's going to be called The Philippines is Overrated, right? You'll see it. I love LaChan said, I'm the same way. Real celebrities don't give me their money. My mother never was impressed by celebrities. One of my best friends ever in my whole life was a guy by the name of Emmanuel Forrest. He was Mr. Basketball in the state of Kentucky. Well, actually, he wasn't. He would have, but he played in more All-Star games at that time in 1981. They had a stupid rule. He played in one too many, so they gave it to a little bitty guy named Phil Cox, who lived in northern Kentucky somewhere. But Emmanuel Forrest, look him up. He was real big, went to the University of Louisville. He eventually played his career in Argentina. But anyway, he was this big guy, celebrity. He came up to the house one time, and, somebody recognized him. So he's opening my door. He's got the screen door open. That's you don't do that in a black woman's house. He's holding the screen door open, hey, waving to people. Mama said, close my damn screen door, you letting the flies in. She didn't give a damn that this guy was being courted by every college in the country. People paying him, got a brand new Lincoln Continental in high school and all that. She didn't care. And that's where I don't care either. Because you put your pants on the same way as I do. But to call these guys famous vloggers, man, come on, guys. When you get here and you meet them face to face, you're going to see they're no different than you. Hey, Jack Wolfinger says, my opinion. I've had personal conversations with many vloggers here. The truth is, Calvin, don't know why many more people don't listen to him. It's because I'm not popular. I'm not popular. If I was a woman, if I had a vagina, I'd have just as many viewers and subscribers as a Filipino P. Okay, if I were, that's a big if. If I were a white man, I would have a lot more viewers and subscribers. You know why? Because they would be able to. There's a lot more white men, so they can relate to me a whole lot more. It's just more people that could be able to relate to me. But I'm just not popular because I'm not going to say what y'all want me to say all the time. And that's why they don't like the truth, Jack. But, I'm just telling you what I'm seeing. You're going to see something totally different over here. But was the Philippines oversold? I say it wasn't. Because people have been coming here long before the YouTube genre got popular over here. I mean, millions of people. And it was growing exponentially every year. Long before the vloggers came on the scene, guys. Okay? So there is something over here, but you got to find it. You guys want to come over here and have them waiting at the airport and hand you the Philippines on a silver platter. It's not going to happen. And that's what's wrong. You guys are spoiled over there. You're entitled. And you come over here. Oh, it's not clean like 42nd Street. Okay. Bernard Guilford, thanks for that super sticker. Well, let me see him. This William Davis. Yeah, he's gone. I don't have to. Once I read that, yeah, he's really pushing the line. King B. Stacker says, same with celebrities too. I was smiling, I enjoy meeting, but I'm not kissing anybody's ass. Yeah. Now, I like phenomenal people, not just celebrities. I mean, just in any line of business. I just like to read their stories because I know at the end of the day they're just like me, but I want to know what it was that they did, and I got an inkling. I know what they did. They're visionaries. Arnold Schwarzenegger, even he said when he was little, excuse me, he used to envision himself being in America. He didn't like Austria. He said once he started working out, right, before anybody ever told him about his potential and anything like that, he said he saw himself. What he did was he took the famous, I forgot the name of the famous bodybuilder at the time, who was Mr. Universe. He took his head off, put his head there, and he envisioned himself winning Mr. Universe and all the crowd screaming, Arnold, Arnold, all that. And it came true at 20 years old. I mean, things just started, the universe started working in his behalf to bring the people and the circumstance together. Go on there and watch his story, man. It's similar to most people who get who become really, really rich and famous like that. They have a vision of what it is and where it is they're going. When he started, he was so good, he dominated bodybuilding that he said, I quit. I can't, I'm going to give somebody else a chance to win, right? So they said, well, what are you going to do now? He said, I'm going into the movies. And they said, it would never work. The accent, at that time, it was little bitty guys, Al Pacino, Dustin Hoffman. They were the big stars. He said, you're opposite of that. So he said, I was already a millionaire from making real estate, so I didn't have to take them bullshit roles. He said, I wanted to be a star. And from his very first film, he was a star, man. So I love LaChan said, Manila was not impressive to me. When I left Manila and went to the province, I was relieved to see how much better it was. You can't just go to one place. You can't come here for 2 weeks and say, oh, the Philippines is this, the Philippines is that. I've been coming here on and off for 14 years. I've been here in almost 5 years in a row. So I'm giving you an opinion based on my facts. Okay. Hey, Shelby Smith. He said, hey, Calvin and family from Wendy and Shelby in Michigan. What you said before is so true. If you're a simple person wanting a simple life, Philippines is the best place to be. It is. But, some of these guys, Shelby, come over here, they're spoiled. And, they think they want to bring America with them. So they want 42nd Street to fit into St. Carlos City. It's not going to do it. I mean, they've never been anywhere really, evidently. I mean, you got to have an open mind. No matter where you go, there you are, right? No matter where you go, it's not going to be a utopia. We have to make the best of the situation. But no, I don't think the Philippines was oversold. He said, Calvin didn't see the 42nd Street. Well, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, he said 200 and less than 50 likes. Give Sunshine Show with some love, please, people. See, this is the thing. When a guy says, oh, well, people, he said the reason my channel's stagnating and going down, he says, oh, yeah, because people, they're tired of you, right? And I said, well, you go on my live streams where I'm consistently getting 300 people watching just me sit here and have a conversation with everybody. It speaks to my popularity and my relevance, okay? And people sit and wait for my videos, not because I'm a celebrity. They just like my point of view. This is my pushback. I know that YouTube is effing with my channel. So what? I'm going to keep fighting. I'm not going to stop. I'm going to do other things. But I'm not crazy either. You know. S1, but I just told him, YouTube's not looking at it because the guy says, well, man, if you watch your language and, you know, you're in a gray area on YouTube and blah, blah, this. I said, no, YouTube doesn't even look at our content anymore. They're looking at the viewers. You're going to determine whether a channel keeps growing or not by the simple things you do. Clicking the like. Do you like the video? Engaging, commenting, but most of all, watch time. How long are you watching? Listen, the last time I checked, I had nowhere near 1,000 likes on a video that's got almost 10,000 views, and people are watching it on average of 8 minutes. See, this is the problem I have. You know, haters are going to hate, man. They don't want to see you get up there because they think, well, the pie's not big enough. It is. The pie is it's big enough, guys. It's big enough for everybody. I want everybody to win. Okay? But they don't look at it like that. See, I'm not popular over here. Because if I was, I'd have 100,000 subscribers already. Look at the channels that have 100,000 subscribers and all of these views. You telling me they're that much better than me? No, but they're that much popular than me. Do they have the influence I have? Absolutely not. Y'all give all that support to these channels, but they won't give you 1 peso. Show up over their house. They're hiding from you. Those guys are moving, and so you don't know where they live. I built a guest house for you over there, but it goes over y'all's head. Okay? Hey, Gina, guys don't give back. I built a whole, look at what I did for Rock Engineering. And he's a great engineer and, you know, a great human being. But my channel set his business on fire. Okay, and I did that on purpose, man. No other channels do that over here, but they should. I believe they should. I believe to whom much is given, much is expected. I believe that they should be given, but they don't. I was talking with a guy today, and he had a great business idea over here, but it was going to take us as a community to kind of help him. I was like, it's not going to work. Men, we're not supporting men in the way that only men can support men. Not over here in the Philippines. It's not going to happen. He had a great idea, and it's going to come to fruition. Hey, thanks to Poor Man's Passport Guy for that super sticker. I really, really appreciate it. W Secrets of Success, thank you for the super chat. He said, business models change. YouTube is no different. Absolutely. YouTube is different, man. People fell in love with YouTube in 2005 when it was this little bitty organic space that people could come on YouTube and act a damn fool. Well, you know, back then, if you can remember, the biggest channels were the algorithm favored the most popular videos. So you know what happened, though? That translated into a lot of clickbait. See, once they changed the algorithm, where now it favors watch time, all that clickbait is gone, really. People aren't, you know, they're not doing it anymore. People are getting rich off clickbait back in the early days. But YouTube their algorithm has changed about 5 times. But remember, somewhere around 2012, Google purchased YouTube. It's totally different now, guys. It's all about money. It's all about money, you know, and let me tell you this. It's a double standard for YouTubers in the Philippines. They're always worried about our money. Let me put something on you. Put this in your pipe and smoke it. There's a guy by the name of Mr. Beast. He earned 56 million US dollars on YouTube last year. He went to the #1 spot. He doesn't have the most subscribers. He's got like 172 million. Some guy in India has 200 and something million. But this guy earned 56 million just on YouTube. And y'all worrying about a few thousand that I make. Y'all haters is what y'all are. Go fool with him. 56 million. And he's just one, man. These guys are earning just unbelievable amounts. And they should. Because YouTube is earning money on our backs. If we didn't upload the content, YouTube doesn't make content. I mean, wake up, guys. Y'all sympathizing with YouTube. You should be sympathizing with the content creators. But it's the opposite because we're programmed over there. Yeah, YouTube is taking us to the bank. Absolutely. But a guy like me, I earn a few thousand. And yeah, I'm not sending him nothing. I'm not sending him support. He's over there in paradise. They jealous. They don't want to support somebody, right, who deserves the support. But a guy like him, 56 million. Put that in your pipe and smoke it, guys. Because y'all don't know. You don't read enough. You're just stuck in your stupid zone. Hey, but College Wheels said, Cal, you're an acquired taste. Other channels are easier to digest, is why they get more support. Well, that's fine. I'm not going to change. I'm not going to sell out like that. I just want to offer a different option for College Wheel. But it has a lot to do with other things too. Okay. Hey, W Secrets of Success. He said, you tell them, Cal, haters. Yeah, they are. They're worried about me. I'm not going to support him over there. If I support him, he can live in paradise over there and don't have to work. Because where else do people get asked, do you do YouTube for an income? Well, you damn right I do. And anybody who's fortunate enough to get monetized would do the same damn thing. I don't ask you why you're a damn banker down at the First National Bank. Why do y'all have y'all have a problem with YouTube earning billions and billions and billions of dollars? But if I want to earn a few dollars on here, you got a problem with it. Come on, guys. Y'all crazy. Coco Moco says, how are you? Okay. I'm a retired union carpenter. My ticket is October to December. I'm looking forward to meeting you. I'll email you when I touch down. Thank you, brother. Looking forward to it. Al Rogan says everybody's feeling the credit crunch and Fed's tightening money availability. They're not stopping until inflation is 2%. Well, inflation is going down here. Inflation is going down here, guys. We're in another perfect storm over here. They joined the perfect storm. This added to the perfect storm. Inflation has went down to 4.7 from 5.4 last month. And of course, the dollar's gone up, man. That's a perfect storm if you're an American over here. If you're spending dollars over here, it's a good time to be over here. Yeah, he said easy to digest is bland and boring. Yeah, but see, I would never put down anybody's channel. Okay, but I'm not gonna put mine down either. I should be right up there with those guys. But for some reason I'm not. It has nothing to do with my content. It has the fact to do with people aren't supporting me. They don't want to, they like my information. They don't like who it's coming from. Well, I'm not gonna stop. I'm gonna be just like Arnold Schwarzenegger one of these days. I told you. He said when everybody was telling him you can't do this, you can't do that, it's impossible. Ain't no sense in you trying. You should be back in Austria, working hard. Get married and having children. And then when he made it to the top, he said, "I told y'all so." Not only did he become a movie star, but he became the highest grossing movie star of his day in a time when people were doubting him. And I'm going to do the same way. When I go up there and they give me that best-selling title, because it's coming, guys. It's coming. Hey, Stephen Bush, he says, hey, Cal, you should seriously consider doing some indoor fishing. Get rid of this guy, guys. This is a troll. They're talking indoor fishing. King B Stacker. See, King B Stacker, he's met me in real life. These is really the only people I really pay any really attention to. Like I was talking to Andrew today. I said, I only really take you serious when I know you're real. I don't know who's behind all these uh, profiles and stuff, man. Who are you? Until you step from behind that profile and come to a meet and greet or meet me somewhere, I don't give you any credit, man. You're just a profile to me. Okay? But he says Coco Moco Cal's the real one. You couldn't meet a nicer guy. But they don't even give me the prop. They don't give me the chance, King B. They just look at the package. Everybody here, your mother told you, don't judge a book by its cover. Yeah, he's a troll. He said, hey, Cal, how does the whole sugar baby thing work? Same way it works everywhere around the world. Okay? There's no young, attractive woman going to like you in America unless you got the bucks. It's the same way over here. Don't fool yourself. We're still on planet Earth, guys. We're still on planet Earth. W Secret Success Vlog, thanks for the super check. Said, Cal, what happened to the pandemic food giveaway? I combined them because the people over here in St. Carlos City, they wanted the money. They didn't want the food. They were saying, hey, you couldn't be in, you could only be in one wheel or the other. You couldn't be in both wheels. So they wanted to be in the other wheel, so I combined them. Yeah, we helped a lot of families before that happened. But yeah, the people determined that. They didn't want the food. They wanted to be involved in the spin wheel. Because they want to spend the money the way they want to spend it. They don't want me showing up with I was given 1,300 pesos worth of groceries, but they would rather have the 1,000 because they can spend it any kind of way they want. It's almost like food stamps over in America. You can't buy beer and you can't buy cigarettes and liquor with food stamps. So the food stamp people, they'll sell you their food stamps for half the price so they can go get a damn half pint of Bumpy Face and a pack of Newport King 100. Hey, Adventure Seeker, thanks for that super chat. He said, Cal, these small donations are nothing compared to the entertainment enjoyment I get from your channel. Your authenticity is why I keep coming back. Man, and I really appreciate it. Why would I change for that? Because I know I'm helping people, man. They come over here and they meet me and they tell me. So I'm not going to change that just for a few thousand more views and maybe a few thousand more subscribers, because you're going to end up over here anyway. I don't want to be one that you say, oh, he oversold the Philippines. I'm telling you what, it took me 9 years to figure this place out, to the point where I said, hey, I can come here, I can live now. Because I knew what I had to do, man. I had to get patience, right? I had to have some friends. And I had to find something to do, man. If you got those three things, you can live anywhere. And you just, the woman is icing on the cake. You're going to have that by the time when you get off the bus. Dave J says, are you going to build an extension onto your house or maybe the guest house? No, we purchased a small 85 square meter lot over in Toledo, Cebu. And we're going to build a 25 square meter house there. So when people get stuck over there, because a lot of times that ferry won't run over there. The waves are choppy over in Toledo. And there's not a whole lot of hotel selections or choices. And, Because one of the worst hotels I ever stayed in the Philippines is over there. And that's when I got the idea. I mean, really. David J says, where do you see yourself in 5 years, brother? Probably writing a book every 5 years, David. You know, I'm going to do something like that. I'm not going to be on here arguing with people on YouTube. I'm probably going to be doing, I'm going to have a podcast here recently. Okay. But, you know, I think I've got something to offer people. You know, I went from a nobody to a somebody. You know, I talk about my drug history, but you really don't know how bad a crackhead's got it. You really don't know how far people come back just to be normal. You know, and I think that's being taken for granted. I got a lot to offer somebody, man, who's out there who is hopeless. Okay? I can tell you don't give up. Same about over in the Philippines. I just transfer that over here. Y'all guys come over here and you give up. You quit too soon. There's a place over here for you if you take your time. But you won't take your time. You want it on a silver platter when you get off the damn plane. It's not going to happen. You got to do some work over here. If you're in Manila right now, be looking around. Because at some point, you're going to say, man, I'm sick of this traffic. I'm sick of these high prices over here. I might as well be back in Chicago. You know what you want. Do you want to live by the beach? What is it that you want when you come over here? Why are you coming over here? Thank you, Laura, for that super sticker. She says, salesperson said, what part of Mindanao is dangerous? Well, Marawi, number one, you don't want to go there. Lanao del Sur, Lanao, you don't want to go there. Okay, the Philippines has a high kidnap rate, but it's double that there. You don't want to go to, of course, Baziland, anywhere along that South Sulu Sea. Now you're going to say, Cal, well, Palawan's on that South Sulu Sea. Yeah, well, that's where most of the foreigners are kidnapped from, too. Palawan. Either off their boats or on one of them resorts near the water. I'm not trying to scare anybody. I'm just giving you facts. This is where they're being kidnapped. And then, up in those mountains above Davao, you just got to know where you're going. But remember, Mindanao is vast, man. It's a big, big place. Most of the places you go to, Davao is in Mindanao. It's one of the safest cities, not only in the Philippines and Mindanao, but in the whole world. So you just got to know where you're going. That's why vloggers are important. If they're going to tell you the truth, they can kind of guide you through that minefield. This can be a minefield if you show up in the wrong place. Some of the most beautiful places in the Philippines, foreigners can't go. I'm sorry. There's a history over here that, that determined that long before you were born. Bacala Will said, Calvin's right about finding your sweet spot. Lots of people like the province, but it's too boring for me. I prefer city life where there are more options for entertainment. And I'm kind of in between there, Bacala Will. But it just depends on who you are because we're not all the same. So they try to throw us all in the same. We all like young women. We're all sex pets. We're not. We're all old men. We're not. This guy, Bacala Will's not old. Yeah, it's taken. I've said this so many times. He says, I watch many YouTube channels. Each has good and bad. The challenge is taking the information that works for you. It's a smorgasbord. Take what you want and leave the rest. But I think what people are missing is the actual example that we are living and thriving here. Y'all miss that. Don't sit on the edge of your seat worrying about what I'm saying. Know in your head that this guy is over here He's no smarter than me. Certainly don't have no more money than I have. And he's over there living a damn good life. This is what most of my viewers miss. Maybe I can come over there. Maybe it's a choice for me. But no, they want to say, oh, here's D.E. Raptor. Well, you didn't tell them about the safety. Man, I'm safer over here than I could ever be in Louisville, Kentucky. Man, okay? He didn't tell them about neighbors burglarizing your house because it hasn't happened to me. That's not my experience, man. You haven't been over here anyway because nobody's burglarized your house. If they did, it's like a 1 in 10,000 or something like that. Okay? He's one of these guys. He's talking straight from what somebody's telling him. He's watching these videos that put down the Philippines. Oh, it's not all what people say it is. Well, no place is all what anybody says it is. Like I said, who do you think you're going to get the best review from Joe Blow's going to Vegas? The guy who wins money or the guy who loses? More than likely the guy who won some money. The other guy's going to come home with his chin dragging the ground. He's in a bad mood. He done spent his damn rent money, the electric bill. Dave J said, what would you like your life to look like in 10 years, Cal? What are your next moves, brother, and what is your end game at your retirement? Well, I'm living it right now, believe it or not. 10 years, I just want to be alive, Dave, because I know that if I'm alive, I'm going to be living my best life. See, I don't play around with my time anymore. Life is sacred. Time is sacred. I just want to be alive in 10 years. And if I'm alive in 10 years, I'm going to be winning because I'm not going to waste my time anymore. I wasted too much time. I wasted 23 years of my life drinking and drugging. I'm not going to waste not another minute, man. But I've always, because I grew up poor by American standards. I knew a long time ago, once I came into the understanding of what money is, that I want to get to a place in my life where money's never going to be a problem for me. I don't have to be Bill Gates, but I don't want it to ever be a problem. And I'm working my way toward that. I'm certainly in a much better situation over here. It has a lot to do with why I'm here, Dave J. Yeah, I got an attractive woman. Yeah, I got a place by the beach. Okay. Now the cost of living, man, is what really has got me here. Because I know if I go back home in the morning, later on in the evening, I'm going to be looking for a job over there. I got tired of living like that. I'm still on planet Earth. The Earth is my home, man. Hey, thank you, Laura. She says, happy birthday to Booby. Booby is so excited about going to school. I hope that she keeps that excitement. But one thing I like about the Philippines, especially in elementary, they make learning fun. My son, before he went back to America, he was struggling in America, right? It's another one of the reasons I came over here. He was struggling in school. I had a meeting. Believe it or not, my son was in the kindergarten, guys. Okay, so I get, we need to see you. So it's his teacher, kindergarten, Gabe was. His teacher, the counselor, and the vice principal. And they're telling me the problems he's having. They're talking about school scores. And I'm like, wow, he's in kindergarten. Well, this isn't the kindergarten that you were in, Mr. Roach. All they're worried about over there is those test scores. I said, well, hell, he's in the kindergarten. Does he have any fun? Does y'all have fun? Do they play kickball and all that anyway? They're looking at me. 3 white women, by the way. They're all sitting at me. They have no clue, man, of what's going on. And that was the final straw that broke the camel's back. I'm getting my son out of here. I'm going to take him to the Philippines, where he thrived, by the way. Now he's back in America, thriving. But I had to bring him over here. I'm like, damn, he's in the kindergarten, first grade, pre-K. It should be fun. Okay? And Booby is excited about that now. And she's got a backpack on now. She's over to her grandmother's house. Hey, Sperling Edwards, he says, hello from Iloilo. John Gomez says, I'm a witness. Calvin did not oversell the Philippines. It's a great place to visit. I retire. John came over here. We had lunch together. He came to the meet and greet. Your buddy Mark, he's in Siquijor Island right now. He hooked up with some expats over here. You know, you either love the Philippines or you hate it. So it just depends on who you talk to. But I wouldn't discourage another man from coming over here. This guy, Steve, he says, you have no idea how bad it can be. But you came back, man. So explain that to us, Steve, because I know you're watching. Why did you come back if it was so bad? You know, I'm not going to be anywhere where it's so bad. He said, what about Tagum? Well, Tagum is pretty safe, man. I've been through there before. That's somewhere around Davao. Most of the places, man, are safe over here. Mindanao is vast. I mean, it's really, really vast. It's second only to Luzon, the biggest island in the Philippines. You go to General Santos, Glen, Davao, Zamboanga City, even Zamboanga City. Okay, you can go there, man. You can live. You're not going to have any problem. The Dipolog, Dapitan, Cagayan de Oro. Man, look, it's a lot of places that you can go and enjoy. Camigan Island. But you have to be a decent human being. Remember rule number 1. I'm not going to say it because I'm trying to cut that back, but part of it is STFFU and mind your own business. And you're not going to have a problem over here. Hood J says, Cal's a real deal. Hard to come across people like you, brother. You've been my inspiration. Keep up the good work. Thanks, man. I'm not going to change for anybody. I was raised like this. People see the outside. They think I'm this angry black man. I'm really not, man. I guarantee you, if you fall down, I'm going to pick you up over here. If you ever need anything over, before any of you favorite vloggers out here who don't want you around them, by the way, go and knock on Filipino P's door. And I'm not picking on her. I'm telling you the difference between me and these guys. Go and knock on Old Dog New Tricks' door. Go knock on Tim K's door and all those other big bloggers' door. You're not getting in. Okay? They don't give a shit about you. They want your support, and that's it. They don't do anything. That's the difference. But it's the package that my information is coming from. And people don't like it. So I'm not pressing that. 232 people, maybe 60 likes or something. I'm not going to see him. You can't stop me. Okay? People have been trying to stop me, man. You realize if I can make it out of the crack house, you don't think I can make it off of YouTube? Y'all got me messed up. You don't know how bad a crackhead really has it. You don't know what life is really, how tough it really is being strung out on crack cocaine. And a lot of your life decisions are being made for you. You don't know how tough it is to do that 180 just to be normal again. So you think YouTube is going to stop me? Do you think your negativity is going to stop me? No. If crack cocaine couldn't stop me and all the BS I had to put up with in that world, man, this is a piece of cake. Guys, this is a piece of cake. Trust me. And I'm going to make it. I'm going to make it. Yeah, he said, I thought Kenny Gordon was all about fun. I did too. I see these 3 white women, they're angry too. These are currents. It made my choice that much easier. I said, I got to get my son out of this school at least. I mean, like, wow, he's in the kindergarten, man. And they're talking about test scores and this and that. I said, lady, don't you realize that he's a Filipino American? I said, he most of his life up until this time, he was 4 or 5, was spent in the Philippines. He's trying to learn a new language. He's doing this. He's doing that. They didn't care. All they was talking about was how it's going to hurt their test scores and blah, blah, this and blah, blah, that. And let me get out of here. Yeah, it needs work. It does need work. But, I mean, don't make that about the kids. You know, the thing when I was in kindergarten, you know, one thing we used to be worried about was, hell, knowing our lands and the damn play that they were going to have. Because we'd have all those plays, you know. And yeah, that would be the hardest thing we had to do, learn our lands, you know, because you can't read. You got to stand up there in front of everybody and say your line, whatever it is. That was the worst thing we had to worry about. But now, hell, they got them doing tests and, you know, all kinds of stuff. King B. Stacker says, very true. Calvin is open to meeting you and it's refreshing. I want to meet another vlogger here, but there's no way to even contact him. Yeah, see, y'all take that for granted, man. You calling these guys famous and you supporting them, man. They don't want to see you. They're not trying to see you guys, and it's disheartening to me because y'all make us. Without y'all, we're nothing. If you cut off my channel right to this day, that's it. I'm cut off. I don't take it for granted. Okay? I do not take it for granted. I have those meet and greets for y'all, not for me. It's not to meet me. I was trying to explain it to Andrew today. It's for y'all to meet each other because it gets quiet over here. It gets lonely over here. You can't have those deep conversations with your Filipino girlfriend. You can't do it. You're going to sit there and play 20 questions for 20 years. That's all you're going to do. Or you're going to be sitting there gossiping. Anything deep, you know, you're talking about, you know, Leonard Skinner, and yeah, you can do all that at a meet and greet. That's my girlfriend doesn't know who Leonard Skinner is. You know, Free Bird and all that. You know, some of the greatest songs that ever made. You can't even talk about that over here. They look at you like you're crazy. Like, what's that? But at the meet and greet, you can. You know. Hey, Michael Alexander, thanks for that super chat. He said, Brother Cal, we love you and your content. Well, thank you, man. You know, I don't take it for granted. Okay, I try to do the best I can. Every video I'm making, I was giving somebody this suggestion the other day. I'm practicing for my next video. I don't take it for granted, man. YouTube is so fickle, guys. You know, but I'm just thankful that I'm in a position that very few YouTubers are in. Okay, where I can earn a little money on YouTube, just, you know, from my content. And that is so gratifying. It's almost like writing a book or singing or putting out a record and people buy it. It's no different, guys. You know, but it's a double standard when you are a YouTuber in the Philippines. We're not supposed to earn any money. We're not supposed to get any kind of support. All we're supposed to do is give away all this free information. We're not supposed to live our best lives over here. We're supposed to do all this for nothing. Meanwhile, Mr. Beast and all them guys, they can earn 56 million. 56 million, guys. Think about that. On YouTube, did you think that was even possible? No, because you worried about people like me who may earn 2,500 on YouTube. Man, y'all guys are crazy, man. Y'all need to open up your eyes just a little bit more to what this YouTube is really all about. Abel's Journey said, Calvin's telling the truth about some of these other YouTubers. One YouTuber in Davao literally stopped communicating with me after she requested my photos and saw that I happened to be black. Well, you know, one of these days you're going to understand, man, that all expats aren't the same. All YouTubers aren't the same. The YouTube community is I look at it as a support group. I would never knock another YouTuber. But I tell y'all the truth. Some of these guys, they don't want to meet you, man. They're not going to take time out to do it. You don't know their phone number. You don't have their WhatsApp. You got to pay for it. Okay? I would never do that because in my time of need, strangers came out of the woodwork to help me. It wasn't my family. It wasn't my friends. They had all worked their hands on me. It's just that guy's never going to change. He went from the guy who was most likely to succeed to the town crackhead. We don't want anything to do with it. You're never going to change, okay? So it was strangers that helped me. And it's strangers that I'm helping now. Hey, what time is it, Travels? Thanks for that super chat. He says, if you don't like the Philippines, something's wrong with you. Yeah, I have to agree with you. There's something going on there because the Philippines is much more than what Steve says. Oh, it's dirty and trashy. It's much more than that, man. Open up your eyes over here, Steve. It's a lot more than that. The man, Harold Till, said it. If you're going to focus on the negative, that's all you're going to see is the negative. Y'all missing out on so much, guys. Okay. Dave J said, yeah, I'm taking Maryland to Thailand either next month or either September or October. That's just the bottom line. I'm going to take care, But really, that's really to each his own, TJ, to be honest with you. He's just saying that there's something wrong with you. But honestly, there's good, okay, there's some good in the worst of us, right? I learned this in recovery. And there's some bad in the best of us. This is all I'm saying, TJ. The Philippines is not all bad. And you and nobody else is going to get on here and say it is. That's all he's saying. There is good here. If you're looking for it, you got it here good. I'm going to make a video. It's going to be sarcastic video like the Philippines is overrated. And I'm just going to show the most spectacular places here. Oh, so yeah, look how dirty this place is. I can't sleep over here. And, look at these women. They're not attractive at all. It's going to be that sort of video, see, because it's so much to this place that you haven't seen, that I haven't seen. I met an American in 2000, I want to say 11. He said, Calvin, I've been here 22 years. He said, I've only scratched the surface. So I had no idea what he was talking about. I had only been here for like 2 years at the time. He said, I've only scratched the surface of seeing the Philippines. You can't see it all. And it's, you look on the map, because John used to like to do that. Oh, Cal, it's only the size of California, blah, blah, this, blah, blah, that. I said, yeah, John, but you'll never see it all. It's impossible. No, I'm sorry, man. I'm not going to do that. I don't know what the point of you want me to do that. You're asking a lot of questions. You're starting to make me think that you're not a good guy. Hey, Johnny says, my daughter came to visit us, and the people treat her very nice, and she is mixed. My ex is black, and I'm white. I've never had any problem, over here. It's no places for everybody. See, that's one thing that, Mike's right. He says, Philippines are paradise for me, but Philippines is not for everybody. As good as America is, don't you know I know Filipinos who went there, didn't like America, and came back to the Philippines. Was it a fair assessment? No, because they hadn't been there long enough. But even the greatest country on earth has been spurned. People don't like it over there. Everybody doesn't like this great place over there. This woman came back. She was married to an American. She came back. Okay, I don't know if they're divorced or not, but she came back, moved back to her province in a kubo with a Filipino boyfriend. A bullshit you not. That's a true story. She did not like it over there. Okay, so That's just what it is, guys. It is what it is. But to say it was oversold, no, because the numbers say something else. Look it up if you don't believe me. In 2009, 240,000 Americans visited the Philippines. Fast forward 2019, over 1 million. Long before I was on the scene, long before Old Dog, Filipino P, Regular Guy, Tim K, all of them. Nobody was watching YouTube then about the Philippines. The numbers were growing exponentially, 11 or 12% year upon year. It was going to skyrocket until the pandemic came in and stopped it in its tracks. Man, the Philippines this isn't something new. And this is what I think people are getting off on the wrong track. They think, oh, people just start coming here. They didn't. TJ Johnson says, I personally prefer the Philippines to a lot of places, but I think it's just about being able to separate the valid criticisms, of which there are multiple, from the bellyaching, of which there is much. Yeah, it's an option of many options. Okay? It's an option of many options. Now, this is, if Andrew, if you're watching me, I want you to co-sign what I'm going to say. I was talking to him today. I said this exact thing. He said, King Arthur says, Calvin, I love America, but I don't like a lot of the people. It's exactly word for word what I said. It's what I said. When you look at that Montgomery dock brawl, as proud as some people are and as embarrassing as it is to a lot of other people, the whole world was watching. There's going to be enough memes that come out of that. Already they got the one with the folding chair to last a lifetime. That's America, man. That's the people in America. We're still acting that way in 2023. Despite the Civil Rights Act, despite the Voting Rights Act, despite the fact that everybody knows that that superior race stuff is junk science, that is still going on over there. That's why I don't want any part of it. I grew up in America. I love America, man, but a lot of those people over there I do not like, guys, okay? Now, in his opinion, he says, was the Philippines overhyped 200%? Well, where are you getting that at? You can't just come on here and say that. At least I gave you some facts. Give me some facts. The Philippines is nothing new, guys. People have been coming here for a long, long time. They love it here. It depends on who you talk to. Talk to the South Koreans. Talk to the Japanese and the Chinese. They're gonna sing another story, guys. You know, but we're so arrogant, we think it's just Westerners coming over here. The Philippines is just our oyster. Not understanding that Chinese, Taiwanese, Japanese, South Koreans, man, they love the Philippines. If it wasn't for them, the tourism would go like that. America's in third place. Twice as many South Koreans come here. They own 100, maybe 1,000 times more businesses than we do. Okay, they marry a lot more Filipinas than we do, guys. It's a whole spectrum. So to say that it was overhyped, I guess it depends on who you talk to. If I went to Vegas and I lost my rent money and I came back and you asked me, how's Vegas? I'd be like, man, I'm never going back to that damn place. They did this, they did that. But if I went and I hit the damn jackpot over there, you're going to get a different story from me. And that's what happens over here. Laura says, there's no place like home for many people. Family connections are strong in the Philippines, as well as Amish and Mormon communities in America. You're right. But we want to think that, we live in the greatest country in the world. Yeah, I guess if you've been brainwashed to think that there's no life outside of America. Some people actually think that. Okay? And this is the reason why they'll come over in the minute they get off the plane. Oh, look at all this trash over here. It's so dirty. It's this and it's that, right? The minute they get off the plane, they complaining. And you see a lot of that over here. And I'm like, okay, if it's that bad, then get back on the plane and take your ass home. Stop making everybody else's trip over here miserable. We're having the time of our lives over here. It's like a guy showing up drunk at a party and just going to trash the damn party. That's what you guys are doing. A lot of you guys are doing that. It's like, okay, the woman's in my way. I can't see the trash. Or I'm on the beach. There's no trash on the beach. Whatever it is, you know. Yeah, some people are going to be unhappy no matter where they are. One guy said they'll be unhappy in heaven. Retired 2019 said, Calvin, I took a 32-day solo trip across America. I was treated with kindness and respect. Until I became an insurance agent, retired 2019, I had given up hope on humanity, period. But every single day, I met one of the greatest people on the planet. And it restored my faith in humanity. I didn't say I didn't like all the people over there. I said there's a lot of people over there I don't like and their attitudes. Look at this, man. This is 2023. You're having a race, basically a race ride over there in 2023, you know. And they made a hero out of this little 16-year-old because, you know, he did what any normal people should do. Take up for themselves, you know. But now he's a hero because he jumped in the water, swam over there, and helped the guy, which is something he should have done anyway, okay? But we've had it so bad in America, man, that we've really taken that incident and we've blown it way far beyond what it's supposed to be. But it's a source of pride to a lot of black people over there, you know. But now it's back to normal. It's back to hating on each other, you know. Is that going to change the situation for black people in America? No, but it gave them a rallying cry. Like, okay, you know, this is every lick was like a lick against the damn system, I guess, you know. But it was embarrassing, really. It's 2023, man. Come on, guys. TJ says, I'll put it this way. And TJ, somebody's been here many, many times. He lived here. He says, I have valid complaints about certain aspects of the Philippines, but I'll still be getting on a plane there next week. So they must be doing something right. Thank you for co-signing what I said. I know you wasn't even on here when I said it. This guy, Steve, says, oh, after being here 2 times, he says, it's not that great. Vloggers say it is because it's good for their channel. Then when you get there, it's a big letdown. It's not that cheap. Nothing works very well. The internet, electric, water, etc. People aren't that nice. It's extremely dirty and trashy, and locals try to cheat you every chance they get. Yet he came back for some more of that ass whooping. See, so there's something right going on. What would make you come back again if it was that bad, Steve? Come on over here and talk to us. Come on the channel and talk to us. Why you came back? He says, you have no idea how bad it can be. But it was so bad that he brought his ass back over here. See? This is all I'm saying, guys. It's crazy. Hey, Ron Bizzle. There's Dia Moore. I'm going to play his song right at the end, the last 3 minutes of my live stream. Guys, this guy is talented, man. I mean, this is going to be a song that's going to grow on you. It's called Filipino Dream. He wrote it about his Filipino girlfriend, man. I don't know if they've ever met or not, but the words are deep. He's got a good melody, certainly a great singer. This is really, I like, you know, I like a song. It's growing on me. I played it 3 times. I'm going to use it in a video, but I'm going to play it, guys. He just said, he said, Calvin, I like your content. I like your channel and everything. He sent me a Facebook messenger. He said, but I came out with a song, Filipina Dream. Could you help me promote it? And I said, well, let me listen to it first. And man, it really blew me away. He's talented. It's really a nice song. And I'm gonna tell you something. Filipinas like when you dedicate songs to them like this. I mean, it's really a nice song. This guy, if the right person over here hears this song, they're either gonna pump it up or they may want to play it. I mean, they may want to perform it because let me see. I'm trying to think of that song. There's a black guy who wrote a song over here, and Billy, uh, Sam Shepard, I think his name is Sam. With two Filipino stars and him, they sung. I think it's Filipina. Uh, my man, them damn memory pills not working for me today. But in Filipina something, um, my Filipina or something. But this song is going to rival that. Ray H says Philippines is better than America as long as you bring some money. Yeah, you're going to need money no matter where you go. Neil says you don't go somewhere to be happy. You become a happy person, and anywhere you go will be happy. We experience life from within. I believe you. You know, if you're not happy, you're not going to be happy no matter where you go. But the guy D.E. Raptor, he says I left out a lot of things. I didn't. I said, you go back and look at the video. I said, the main three things that I see people leaving the Philippines for: a bad relationship, bad friends or no friends, and a bad social life, which translates into being bored and lonely. Has nothing to do with, he put what? Safety, burglarized by neighbors. Now, why would I put that in there? It's never happened to me in 14 years. Nobody's ever tried to pickpocket me. Nobody's even stolen 1 peso from me. But I'm supposed to say that. Okay, that can happen anywhere. Folks calling the police to shake you down. Dude, you're in a delusion. I won't even address that anymore. XXX says, I've been here for a year now, and it was the best decision I ever made. Thank you. And this brother, he's been to a few of my meet and greets, got a beautiful situation going on. He certainly has all those three that I'm saying. TJ says, I feel like some people are stunned that they get here and aren't in space age accommodations, are treated as a living God, and that can affect your experience. Yeah, they're watching the wrong channels. They think that they're going to handle the Philippines on a silver platter. Nothing you can do. You don't have to do anything. But I got some news for you guys. You do. You got to have some people skills. You got to have some type of conversation, persuasion, romance. Because the Filipinos are social people. They're going to want to talk to you. If you're just sitting there not saying anything, it's not going to happen. He didn't say the yummy made him come back. Yeah, see, he's leaving out something, Earl, because he came back for some more of that ass kicking. He said, yeah, this place really sucks. I'm coming back for some more of that. He says, it's good enough to be your theme song. Well, this is a love song. See, a theme song has to have some type of, this is a love song, man. It really is a good song, man. I know music. Remember, I grew up doing one of the greatest eras in music history, the 70s. And you go to the Hall of Fame, Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, you don't believe me. I mean, I don't care what kind of music they were making in the 70s. It was Hall of Fame music. Jacksons, everybody, man, the Eagles. You can name all of them, guys. It was a kick-ass time for music. Elton John. I can go all over the Carpenters. Hell. What's the Rolling Stone? It was all over the place, guys. But if you made music back then, Hell, even the country, you know, if you made music in the 70s, it was good. I don't care what kind of music it had. Earth, Wind, and Fire, I mean, you know, hit its stride in the 70s. Commodores, I mean, it was all, you know, so I know good music when I hear it. The guy's got a nice song, man. It's really like a great song, really. But, you know, it's like anything else. If the algorithm don't catch it, it's not going to do anything. If the right people don't hear it and put it out there for everybody, that's why I'm going to try to put it out there. Maybe more people will hear it if I put it on one of my videos, which I've got an idea for it. It's only like almost 4 minutes on, so the video is not going to be that long, but I've got some ideas for it. Even if 4,000 or 5,000 people see it, it's 4,000 or 5,000 people more. Maybe there's one person in there may say, hey, I like this song, you know, because they like teleseries over here. And we can catch on like that. Yeah, he said pretend like disco didn't happen. Yeah, all of that. That's what I'm saying. Man, the 70s, man, the Bee Gees, you know, and all that. Simply Red, Teddy Pendergrass. If you made music in the 70s, TJ, it was good music. That ain't no lie right there. LTD, Jeffrey Osborne, man, he said disco was the mumble rap. Yeah, Marvin Gaye, but he hit his stride in the 60s, but yeah, he did have a great 70s, yeah. 70s music was all that, man. Yeah, it was the greatest era. Stevie Wonder, you know, really hit his stride. Hotter Than July album, and their Superstition. See, back in the 70s, man, they were experimenting with these new 4-track players and synthesizers and all that. Man, come on, guys. I know music. Yeah, even Disco Duck. That's crazy, right? Disco Duck went to #1. I Love the Chime. Yeah. He says, yeah, I thought you was about to say you grew up in MTV era. No, I'm 60. No, Disco Duck was the 70s, man. That, remember the Convoy? 10-4, good buddy. We have a convoy. Yeah, it was some nice music back then. Yeah, Tower Power. Keep going, guys, because stylistics, you know, the Shy Lights. But even the white music, it don't matter. If you were singing in the 70s, man, it was good music. Go listen to some of the Eagles stuff. But I want to say the 80s was Journey was the 80s, right? But the Eagles, man, back in the 70s, man, who else? Michael McDonald. It was just whoever it was. It was, man. It just so much good music, man. Yeah, Donna Summers. Yeah, now I ain't gonna forget the 80s. I'm just saying that the 70s, though, man. Yeah. Gladys Knight, Steely Dan, Confunction. Yeah. So, yeah, I know good with Pink Floyd. I got something for you guys up here. Wait. Y'all think I'll be playing, man, when I talk about what I like to read? Look at this. Anybody in the Philippines wants to read this, a great book. The Dark Side of the Moon. It says, The Making of the Pink Floyd Masterpiece. This is a great little book. It's not even a long read, but it's great. Chock full of history, man. It's got when it talks about the time when Jimi Hendrix showed up and blew the whole place away. All the Beatles and everybody showed up to watch him. Said Jimi Hendrix was playing that guitar so bad, he said he did something nobody ever seen before. he hit a note and just left it there by the speakers, and it vibrated the whole club for the next 10 minutes. You're talking about some stuff, man, that used to. But there it is right there, guys. This is the 80s. Rick Dees. That's crazy. But one thing, a lot of these guys didn't live that long back in them days. Yeah, Sly and the Family Stone, they hit their stride in the 60s, but they did have some hits in the 70s. Sly was before his time, man. He was just before his time. You know, he was using the N-word in his music. Don't call me Ninja, Whitey. Don't call me Whitey, Ninja. That was a powerful song, man. Yeah, Sonny and Cher, Hall and Oates. We can keep going, guys. Yeah, Bobby Caldwell. But it was just a good time for music. Now it's like the music industry sort of like YouTube now. They want all the money. The singers don't really get a whole lot. And it's not that many singers around now. If a group was getting old back in my day, there was always a group or a singer there to replace him. The Luthers and all of that, they were replacing a lot of the guys who were going out. But now it's just like it stopped. It's like, you know, where are the soul singers anymore? Where's the R&B? It's like they just got rid of a whole genre of music. I guess you have to go to church. Somebody told me, said, Cal, that's where all the good soul singers are now. They're in church. Yeah, the OJs, everybody. King B, check this out. And I get this back from that book. Don't you know that album still outsells some of the new albums? I mean, even to this day, that album sells 250,000, I want to say 250,000 copies a month. That album still sells that amount of music right now. That's unbelievable, guys. Believe it or not. What do you mean, Robert? Yeah, they they can't. Yeah, he used the N-word. Yeah, but Sly was a bad boy. Kung Fu fighting. Remember that? Yeah, Ray Stevens. I mean, like I said, guys, if you were in the 70s, I don't care who you were, the music was good. Yeah, Isaac Hayes, Queen, all them groups at Stax. Oh, man, how could I forget about Fleetwood Mac? You're talking about, I was 14 when that album came out. With Stevie Nicks and, hit after hit after hit. If you sold 10 million copies back then, you were like, that's what that album sold. That was before Thriller and all of that. It was a hell of an album. And then, the Bee Gees came out with that Saturday Night Live, and it blew everything away. And then here comes Thriller. Yeah, they played the instruments. They did everything. But now I couldn't tell you. I really can't name 3 music in any genre. You can combine all the genres together, and I can't name you 3. Taylor Swift, but who else is still really out there? Beyonce, I guess. But there's no. I'm saying it used to be so many. We used to have a concerts come to Louisville, Kentucky, at the convention center. You'd see 5 groups for $5. Now, the groups that are touring now that are singing R&B, New Edition, it's just, even it's so the genre's been destroyed that they have to bring the old people back, Anita Baker, Babyface, just to give people something to listen to, just to have a concert to go to. I was looking on TV, YouTube the other day. Atlantic Star, they're touring again. Midnight Star never stopped touring. But I just want to tell you, these groups are from 40 years ago because the R&B and soul music is gone. Yeah, it's gone. Yeah, I love the Eagles, man. I can listen to the Eagles right now. And George Benson, I've got his book up there. It's either there or I left it in uh, Zamboanga. He's got a hell of a story. You know, but even when rap came along, guys, in the late 70s, you know, rap as we know it. 1979 was when Sugar Hill came out with that song. Even rap was in a positive, was going in a positive direction. And then all of a sudden that changed. The algorithm changed there. Now it's like, it's not even mumble rap now, it's drill music. And a lot of these guys, I'm like, man, I guess it's like when I was little and my mother, we listened to Flashlight by Parliament Funkadelic. My mother's like, turn that stuff down. This music got y'all going crazy. Because I'm looking at kids like, how's this even music? When you're looking at guys like Lil Baby and King Von, and you listen to their music, Kodak Black, and all these guys who are really, Travis Scott. I can't get into their music. I guess I'm not supposed to. But these guys are selling out arenas and stuff. I'm like, come on, man. This music's not that good to me. Yeah, Paul McCartney. I've got a great book up there. It's called 1966, King Arthur. It's about the Beatles. And it was a pivotal year in their career. It was when John Lennon met Yoko Ono. It's when they started experimenting with LSD. It's when, they stopped touring. The Beatles, see, people don't understand. They heard somebody, Quincy Jones said that the Beatles were not great musicians, right? Well, of course, people are going to push back on that. But they'll tell you in their own words in that book, because their concerts would be so loud that they couldn't hear themselves playing. They didn't know if they were playing in the right or singing in the right tune or not. So this is why they stopped touring. They wanted to become better musicians, better singers. They couldn't hear, And so, people say, oh, but it's true. He said when he met them, but he wasn't the only one that said that. Little Richard said it. He said they really couldn't play all that well. Were they great songwriters? Yeah, they evolved to be some of the greatest songwriters. Absolutely. Yeah, he says, Music Man San Diego says, so what are the requirements now? What happened to Baby Denise and Donna? Well, I was talking to Andrew today. They're still here, Music Man San Diego, but you know what happened to them. You're trying to be facetious. You know exactly what happened to them. We helped them. Let me tell you, if y'all haven't went that far back, about 2 years ago, about 2.5 years ago, when I first started doing the grocery giveaway here in San Carlos City, long before the spin wheel, I would just tell Marilyn, hey, find somebody around here who needs a box of groceries. Well, she said, yeah, I know a young lady, and she's got a special needs child. We can go over there, right? So because it was a special needs child, she told us what we needed. Long before before we even did a video. Nobody even knew about them. We spent about 2,000 pesos. We went over there, right? It was so bad. They were living in, To say they were living in squalor would be a compliment. This little baby Denise was, she was literally at death's doorstep. They had no food to feed her. They were feeding her sugar water. So when we get over there, we give them the groceries. They're so happy. And we turn to leave, and Marilyn's crying. It was so bad, guys. And so I said to myself, the spirit moved me. I got to do something. So, the floor was just, you couldn't even, she said, I need a wheelchair. But I'm like, well, hell, if you had a wheelchair, you can't get out of here. It was a terrible, as worse as I've ever seen it in modern times. So what we did, the community, we rebuilt this woman's house from the ground. Okay. Built her a beautiful home, guys. Built her a sorry store. Gave her cash she never seen before in her life. Bought the wheelchair. Had it set up for the baby to receive treatment for the rest of her life. And I show up, and here's what she does. She hits me over the head with a frying pan. She says, oh, you only over here. You're using us for views and subscribers. It was like, you might as well cut me in two, guys. Okay. It hurt me so bad. And I knew then, because see, remember now, this before the spin wheel and any of that, I'm just helping people out of the goodness of my heart. I knew nothing about the Republic Act 7610. I knew nothing about the charity laws and all that, right? And I knew I was getting ready to get myself in trouble. So I said, I better back out of here gracefully. And Music Man San Diego, that's what we did. That's what happened to us. Because she got big-headed. Okay? It's what's called the peculiar mental twist. Now that she was on her feet, I know we spent 400,000 pesos over there and more, maybe. She forgot about the suffering and the misery. This woman was a little thin rail when we saw her. You see her now. Because y'all got in her ear. Donna started looking good, got her shape back and everything. Y'all start getting in her ear, telling her how good she looked. And yeah, you right. He's using you for views and subscribers. Yeah. So yeah, that's doing good. And by the way, she put I was paying her brother, her two brothers and the cousin. No, her brother-in-law and her cousin who lived in the house, who lived in that place. If you called it a house, I paid them to rebuild their own house. As soon as it was over with, she kicked them out. Yeah. You know what happened. You're trying to be facetious. You know exactly what happened. We had that woman set up for the rest of her life, but I couldn't take that chance. Merle was like, no, you gotta get out of here. It got so bad because I'm gonna tell you something. This is why I went to the spin wheel. The universe put the spin wheel in my head after that. People were getting jealous that we were helping Donna and baby Denise. I'm like, well, where were y'all when they were about to die? They were at death's doorstep. Where were y'all? Y'all didn't cure then. But when we started helping, we had to back everybody back there. A bull shit you not. Ask Maryland. We had to buy everybody back there a box of groceries just to calm everybody down. And I got out of there and I haven't been back. Okay. Yeah, she blew it. She was set for the rest of her life. But before she left, even with all of that, we set her up. Me and Marilyn went out and spent 30,000 pesos on a sorry store, on supplies, gas. She's supposed to won with that. Gave her about 40,000 pesos in cash when we left out of everything we gave to her. We said, okay, you want it? Here, you can have it. It wasn't 2 weeks later. She was selling the damn freezer. All the supplies gone. You can't help everybody like that. So I do the spin wheel. The spin wheel never lies. It knows exactly who to choose, who needs the help, And I've been doing it ever since. Absolutely. See, he says, makes you think, Cal, do you think the universe put you here in that situation for a reason before you met her? Absolutely, it did, because this little girl was about as close to death as anybody I've ever seen. Okay. I mean, they were literally living outside. When I walked into the house, okay, it looked like a house, but when I went to the house, all this was gone. There was nothing there over here. And they lived in a little bitty, this is facts, okay? They lived in a 3-foot by 5-foot space. And when we tore all that down, they were actually sleeping on top of trash. We built that house up. Go on my channel. See how beautiful that house was, man. Don't tell me. I know what we did. But I couldn't do it, man, because then now, people getting jealous. You know, I didn't know nothing about Republic Act 7610. I could get in trouble over here. Whenever you dealing with kids like that, charity and all that, right? But he knows what happened. He knows exactly what happened to that situation. Yeah. And she was set. She was set. It was on automatic. All I had to do, I was getting ready back out of there anyway. It was already automatic. One of my subscribers said, Cal, I got the little girl. Just get the doctor, get the nurse or whatever it was. I've got her for the rest of her life. The rest of her life, we're going to treat her. She messed all that up. I got the hell out of there. It's way back there. Try February 2020. Go back to somewhere around February 2020. It was a touching story, though, because at the end, they had the artist over there. He painted, because, on the door, you shut the door like this, you pull it down, and it was a picture of me, man. I still get chills thinking about it. This guy had painted a picture of me. And, had my shirt on there. When we help other people, we help ourselves. It was powerful, man. But I had to get out of there. I was going to get in big trouble, He said, what about the charity law? Well, you have to have, when you do things like that, that's charity. Okay, you got to have a license and all that. And tourists can't do charitable work like that. See, the spin wheel is not a charity. It's a game. I can do that. That's why I set up certain rules. I made a game out of it. Even though technically you would think it was charity, but it's really not. It's a game. You subscribe to my channel, screenshot that to my Sunshine Shoulders Messenger, and I put your name on the wheel. Then every Friday we spin the wheel. Okay, if you don't do any of that, you don't get on the wheel. I don't just go out and hand people money or anything like that. Oh yeah, 2021. I'm sorry. Yeah, you're right, Mike. See, that damn pandemic messed my man up too. But yeah, guys, I want to thank y'all for your super chats, your super stickers. I've still got it, but he didn't actually give me the picture, Frank. He painted it on the front. Now I've still got the picture. But this guy's talented. But what I'm going to do, guys, just listen to this for a little bit. This is a guy. Now, I'm going to actually put his link to this song in my in this video, because I want y'all to go check out his song. Now, I don't know if you can buy it or anything like that, but here it is. And just, you can't listen to a song one time and think you're going to like it. song, man. It'll grow on you too, guys. The more you hear it, he's got something there, man. If the right person hears that song over here, the Filipinos, man, they like that song. They like it when you create songs for them and dedicate songs to them like that, man. Yeah, it's really a nice song, man. Believe it or not. Yeah, he said that's definitely music to have sex to. It is. His name is Dia Moore. I'm gonna have it on one of my videos here recently. It's just gonna be a short video. But yeah, guys, thank y'all for your super chat, super stickers, all your thumbs up, all your support for Sunshine Shows. I don't take it for granted, man. This guy's talented. This young guy right here. I don't know how old he is, but you got something going there, brother. I play it at the meet and greets, and anytime I think people want to hear something like that, he said it already grew on him. It's gonna grow on you, man. It's a nice song. He says, where am I stationed? I'm in San Carlos City. I'm about 4 hours north of Dumaguete. He says, hey, man, he says, make me sad, Cal. Make me think of my wife. He got some deep lyrics in there. He said, passport in his hand. He's on his way, man. Oh, man. No, dude, you really got it. You got talent. But take care, everybody. Stay safe. Stay out of trouble. I'll see y'all next time. Filipina Dreams. I'm about to play.